in Advanced Excel, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics in Excel, and that's VLOOKUP. Okay, so what exactly are VLOOKUPs? Now I'd like you to press this button right here by row 32. Okay, and you can press the second one as well. So what exactly are VLOOKUPs? But before we talk about what VLOOKUPs are, let me explain what lookups are. So what a lookup helps you to do is that if we look at the table we have here, um, we have employee IDs and their corresponding names. So these are some staff in a company, and we have their IDs and their names. So now, what if we would like to match a particular ID to its corresponding name now? Like this ID we have here, wanted to know whose name does this belong to. Now, instead of me having to scroll down through all the employee IDs until I found it, oh, here it is, and this is the corresponding name, Hobbs Party. This could take way too long. And imagine a table stretched several hundred columns long. That would be a very difficult task. Also, imagine that it wasn't just one employee ID we were looking for. We are looking for several employee IDs. That would also be quite difficult, even if the table was this small. Okay. So what a lookup helps you to do is to save the stress of having to do it yourself and find the matching employee ID. Okay. So there are two main kinds of lookups that we'll be talking about during this course. We have VLOOKUPs and we have H lookups. Okay. The V in VLOOKUPs stands for vertical, while the H in H lookups stands for horizontal. The reason why it stands for vertical is because, as you can see here, we have a table where the arrays are listed vertically. And the employee ID array is vertical, the name array is vertical. If this if this table was transposed, let me transpose this table. I hope you remember how we transpose tables. I copy it, I can come here, special paste, Alt ES, then select transpose, okay. Then I can just stretch out rows. Oops. I can just stretch out the column so it can show in full, right? Okay, so you get the point. So if we had a horizontal table like this, where the arrays were horizontal, we would use a H lookup instead. But this topic is about VLOOKUP, so this is just by the way. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, okay. So back to the problem. How do we use the VLOOKUP formula to save the stress of having to go through employee IDs and match the name? So let me enter the VLOOKUP formula, and I'm going to run through each of these parameters and explain what they mean one by one. So we basically want to use um, an item from a certain array to match with the corresponding item of the second array. So what we are using is the employee ID. So we're using an item from this array. We're taking a cell from this array and we're using it to find the corresponding cell in this array, this name array. So your lookup value is talking about um, the array you want to use to find the second array you don't know. That is your lookup value, and that is this cell here, the employee ID we're looking for. Okay, then you can press comma, and it's asking for, okay, what's your table array, the whole table. I can select the table, control shift right down. Okay, I can press comma. Now column index number is asking you what is the index number the the array you want to find. So the item we want to find belongs in the name array. We are looking for the name, we're not looking for the employee ID number. So the index of that array in which the name belongs to would be the name index. And how do you know the index number? It starts counting from one, from the very first array. So this array will be number one. The second array, the name array, will be number two. If there were more arrays, like if there was age, for instance, it would be number three, and so on. Okay, so we are trying to find an item from the second array. So I just want you to enter two. Okay, then comma again, then range lookup. Um, it's going to be an exact match, and I'll explain why, and I'll explain why as we go on. So just select exact match. Okay, because each of these IDs are unique, so it will be an exact match. And if I close it and press enter, you can see it gives me Hobbs Party, right? It gives me Hobbs Party. And even if let me pick another ID from the table, and let me paste it here, I can see it automatically changes. Okay, so this is basically how VLOOKUP formula works. It saves you the stress of having to go through and find the particular ID you're looking for and match. So please practice this, and you can also put in a list validation here consisting of all your employee IDs. We talked about that in the previous lesson. So please give this a bit of practice, and we'll be looking at more VLOOKUP exercises in the lessons to come. Thank you very much for watching.